Hey, welcome to our meeting. This is Mark Moffin. I'm on with Jeff Dameron. He's my partner. Each week we try to bring you real estate tips, and we also try to bring you what all small businesses or owners or real estate investors need to know, that there's certain programs available to you. But tonight what I want to do is just give you I think it's a great real estate tip, and here's why it's a great real estate tip. It works. So I'm going to tell you some criteria you got to have first. You need to be a licensed real estate agent. So if you're brand new at this business, you want to get a real estate license so you can learn how to comp stuff, and you offer the service of being able to list a property. Or if you find one, you can get a commission on it. So that's one thing. Then you need to work with a wholesaler or somebody that's actually in a given market that knows what they're doing, even if you have to work for free. And then you need to be able to generate leads. So I'm going to quickly tell you how I generate leads. I generate leads with bandit signs where you put them out over the weekend, and then people call you that want to sell their house. I have Google Map locations that say cash for your house, and people call it. So what it is, it's the customers calling you. When they call you, they actually are a don't wanter, and you've got a hot lead on your hand. But when you're out just pounding the phone, calling people, it's a different story. So I found that to be way simpler. I'm 73 and I'm just telling you, I bought and sold 3,500 properties, and I've been out there and I've made a lot of mistakes. And Jeff, I don't mean to cut you out. Jeff's critical to this meeting, but I'm so excited about telling him how I'm making money. So let's go to Monday. So here's the deal. My partner generates leads for me. I generate bandit signs too. We'll put them on polls and stuff. So people are calling. So on Monday, I've got 5 real estate appointments with people that want me to come and make an offer in their house. And I'm doing this in a really tough market. It's in Flint, Michigan, probably one of the toughest markets in the US. So I get the call and we set up the appointment. We go to the house, and then we're actually looking to buy houses. We've actually got one in Flint Township. We just rehabbed, sold it. We bought it. It was a probate, rehabbed it, and we did real well on that. We made about 30,000 each on it. And then I have another probate now that we just got a final offer today on, Jeff, that it was our second deal, but the first buyer didn't qualify, but the second buyer is qualified, and we're waiting to close that. That was a house probate estate we bought for 15,000. But all those cases are where we've gotten the call off the bandit sign. So we go to the house, and I'm actually really looking for a good house that I would buy. But most of the stuff I see, 90% of it, I don't want. But now what do I have? I have a real estate license. What have I learned about and doing real estate investing? Is wholesale. And what else do I have? I've got a buyer's list. So now I go to that house and I go through the house and I look at it and I say, this house won't work for me. And they just look at me, and I'll tell them why it doesn't work. You don't have cabinets. The rehab is going to be too much. It's more than I want to do. So I just tell them, and then I've always asked them how much money they want for the house. And let's say that they tell me in the Flint market, they want $20,000 for their house. And probably the house might only be worth 12,000. And I say, that's fine. And we can list it for that. Now I'm going to do something for you that nobody else will do. One is I run the largest real estate investor network in the state of Michigan. It has over 14,000 members between the beginner group, the regular group, commercial group. And I also am an internet marketer, and I work for some very large companies, and I have my own social media department that post on Facebook groups, real estate Facebook groups throughout the entire US. And I have another 8 meetups. I have one in New York. I have one in Dallas, one in St. Louis. Now, you guys are probably saying to yourself, I can't do that. I can't do all that. Well, you can, and I'll explain how you can do that later. So I give them all my meetup sites. That totals up to another 42,000 people. I found that I bring in a lot of out-of-state buyers to buy the properties, which we actually do. So now what I tell them is real estate is a function of price. This is what's key to you to know. Real estate is a function of price, but it's also a function of exposure. And nobody will get you more exposure than me, because what I'm going to do is every day I'm going to create a flyer on your house and I'm going to post it to Facebook groups. I'm going to put it out on all my meetup sites. I'm going to market the heck out of it. Not only that, we're actually going to take bandit signs and put the information on your house and post them on the street describing why somebody would want to contact us. Then I'm going to send you proof of that every day by email. You're going to get bombarded by me. Now, here's what's going to happen. If you don't get any offers, what is that? The price is too high. So you're going to have to drop your price, and they keep dropping the price. So everybody that's listening on this webinar right now, if you're doing that and you're sending them the stuff, they won't quit you. They will go away. Anybody that's a real estate agent knows if you don't get any action in the house and that the customer will quit you or they'll get pissed off. But they don't get pissed off because they actually get proof of your work. They know that you're actually working for them, and they're willing to drop the price. So now each one of those customers I saw, I go through the spill, and I also say to them, if you find a buyer, I don't want a commission. So you can just, and I'll walk away from this. That's kind of like what you'd call an open listing a little bit. Do you know that since I've been doing that, I've not had one of them find a buyer? Oh, that's not so. I retract that. I had a house that had a small fire in it. He found a buyer, and that was in the past last month. But it's no big deal if they do. So that's how I make money. So on Monday, I ended up with 5 listings. I also tell them I have a minimum commission of $3,000. So that you're selling a house that's at 20,000. If you were selling it with a 6% commission, 20,000, that's what's that, 1,200? But then half of that is only 600, and I'm not going to work for that kind of money. And I just explained to them that another agent wouldn't work for that. So I'm able to actually get those numbers right. And then even the guys that help me put out the bandit signs, there's enough money in everything that you can pay for the advertisement and do everything. So that's how I make money, Jeff. And that's called feed my face. And I'm still looking for that extraordinary deal, which I find our goal is to do 1 a quarter, to do actually a find, fix, and flip.
Right.
That's my goals for this year. But on top of that, I'm working a full-time job. So I'm just spending that one day, like yesterday, and I end up with the 6. Well, I've got one more. I think total was 5 listings. Then I've got one more guy that's calling us back. He wanted to read the contract over. The rest of them all signed. We did all the paperwork and everything. Now that's a grueling day when you're out doing that, but it's like a hallelujah moment because now I've got it, and we got really good track record of keeping them. So
that's excellent.
That's a simple way. So with that said, I want to have Jeff brings a whole different light to what he can do for you. So if you are a real estate investor and you get 1099 income, or if you are a real estate agent or you're a real estate broker and you've got a lot of agents working for you, Jeff's going to tell you how you can give them a back grant money, like very quickly. And then if you're a employer where you pay people on a W-2, if it averages out to be about $10,000 for each employee you get, there's grant money you can get back on that. And actually, if you have enough of that money coming back, let's say you had 20 employees, you were getting 10,000 back each, that's like $200,000. We can help you where you can actually just not have to wait for the refund, but get it discounted out. So
Exactly right.
I'm talking too much. So
no, you're good. You're good.
So
Thanks, Mark.
Jeff is a real estate investor, and him and I've worked together in the past. But he's brought me these incredible programs. And actually, I've been using the programs that he's brought me when I'm out. I'll ask people, are you self-employed? I find out all about them. I've been making extra money by doing that. So I'm going to just let you talk about the programs, Jeff. Now I'm going to while you're doing that, I'm going to put your phone number and my phone number up here. So
okay, awesome.
Emails.
All right. Well, thanks, Mark. As usual, your wealth of information, and we've known each other for around 20 years now, and I consider you my first real estate mentor, and you've taught me a lot. And so specifically now for there's a couple government programs. They they come out of the coronavirus economic stimulus recovery act of 2020, 2021. And basically it's called the COVID payroll refund. So the first program we'll talk about is the SETC, stands for Self-Employed Tax Credit. I've been in the ERC space, which is employee retention credit, for about the last year and a half. And I had not heard until maybe a couple months ago about the SETC. So you'll find that many accountants, CPAs, bookkeepers have not heard about it either. And so for the SETC program, and by the way, Mark's got the site up now. You can go to www.1099grant.com. Takes about 2-3 minutes, and it's really an intuitive site. You'll be able to determine, number one, if you qualify, and number two, how much you could qualify for. You can get up to a $32,000 refund or a grant that's not taxable in as soon as 8 to 12 weeks. Okay. So this is an incredible program. It's for anyone that's a 1099. Specifically, we're sharing it with real estate agents, real estate brokers, anyone that's maybe an Uber driver, anyone that has their own business that they're 1099 or their employees are 1099.
Yeah,
So
your subcontractors. I mean, you're swimming in the real estate arena, you're swimming with 1099 people. And
yeah, there's over
if you're a real
25
estate
million,
agent, if you're a
over
real estate
25
agent,
million.
20, yeah. And if you're a real estate agent or you're a real estate broker and you don't go here to fill this out, I don't care if you do business with this company or anybody, if you don't go here and fill this out to see what you're qualified to get back, this is a grant money, free money coming back. So, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah,
So,
and there is a sense of urgency, the old FOMO, fear of missing out. We have until around April of this year, April 2024, to file and get the actual grant for both years, 2020 and 2021. You can still get something after April of 2024, but it's going to be limited to 1 year. So without getting into all the specifics, really the only thing you have to do is go through the brief website survey. It's intuitive, so it'll prompt you what to do, and all it really is having your 2020 and 2021 tax returns amended. And that's a pretty quick thing. I know, Mark, you filed for it. Myself, I filed for it. I'm probably getting around $9,000 back, which again is it's a bonus. It's free money. And so if you're a real estate broker and you want to start your agents out right, give them the gift of this program. And by the way, if there's anyone interested in, sharing this with other folks, there's an affiliate aspect that can be quite lucrative as a side hustle too. And I know listings
yeah,
are tougher to come by now with everything going on. So it's a nice thing to help folks out and benefit from. And then on the employee retention credit, if you're a say you have a real estate investment company and you have employees or any type of business or business owners, same type of deal. The ERC, employee retention credit, has come under some scrutiny back in September from the IRS because there were some bad actors out there not following the rules. So they put a brief moratorium on it until basically now in January. They're going to start up again, is our best understanding, processing the claims. And so in that, same deal, there's an affiliate aspect to it, but you have to have at least one W-2 employee that was employed in 2020 and 2021. And it's a little more moving parts than the SETC, and it takes longer, but it could be a substantial amount of money. Personally, I worked for a company that I ended up helping business owners get around $40 million in refunds over the past year. So it was life changing for them and their business, so that's called the ERC.
what's
You can
great
email
about
us.
the company is you can do it with one employee all the way up to is whatever size you've got, if you had 5,000 employees or whatever.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
my wife, company, she only had one employee, and she's getting back about 20 grand. And then we're involved with a charity, and they've got two part-time employees, and that's getting back about 20. So they didn't work.
Yeah.
So
Again, it's free money. It's a game changer. So those are the two programs that have a time element or an urgency on it. And then a third program I want to talk about.
and Jeff, can I just interrupt? If
Sure.
he's giving you this stuff so fast, if you got questions, you can call Jeff or myself, either one. Jeff's way more knowledgeable than me, but it's, don't be afraid not to ask questions. There's
No,
our,
absolutely. Absolutely. And for the just to reiterate, Mark, for anyone that's watching this and wants to do the self-employed tax credit free evaluation, again, that site was the 1099grant.com.
yeah,
So, and so that's a great site and tool to quickly determine how much you can potentially qualify for.
yeah, it only takes
So
a few minutes to go on there, and it'll give you what your estimated refund is. And then it was, compared to the other program, it's a snap to do. You just got to have your tax returns. Or
yeah,
what? Here's another question. So you're behind on taxes. Here's a way to get them paid. So,
yeah, that's true. That is
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like for the ERC especially, well, I guess it would be both programs.
yeah,
They'll kindly take out what you owe them for your
yeah,
convenience
yeah,
to make
yeah.
it easy on you.
And
You
the
know,
biggest problem I run into, Jeff, when I talk to people, is they don't believe it. They think it's too good to be true. And it's not, it's real. So,
yeah, it is real, and again, it has a time element on it. So basically about 12 weeks. You got about
yeah,
12 weeks to take 10 minutes and
yeah,
fill this out and get your refund. And if you're a broker, get your agents and you can sign up to be an affiliate and you can benefit on both sides,
that's
to
right.
do that.
It's
So
delayed Christmas.
yeah, we're just getting the word out to folks. And um two other programs I'll tell you about real quick. And healthcare cost is skyrocketing. Just it's unbelievable. It's going up 25-30%, and more people are not being able to be covered. And so we came across a program a few months ago called Impact Health, and I can get you more information on it, but it's a health sharing program. The great news about this is it's about anywhere from 30 to 70% cheaper than an actual healthcare company, healthcare program. The prescription costs are among the lowest in the nation. There's no rules or regulations where you have to go to a doctor and then get a referral to go into a certain, I mean, you can go to anybody you want. And so we're seeing disrupting industries and technologies, and this is one of them. It's like an Airbnb or it's like an Uber, where they're just disrupting a antiquated system that's super expensive and inefficient. So that's called Impact Health. That's for individuals, families. It's for business owners, and like literally we can get you can go on the site and in 30 seconds they can tell you how much. I'm not going to go into it too much there, but if anyone's interested in that, we're just coming off the end of open enrollment, so it's a really relevant topic right now. So, and then the last program I want to bring up quickly is mainly we're putting our business owner hat back on. And if you have or know someone that has at least 50 employees, because of a FICA tax potential IRS code, we're able to help business owners save like 20 to 40% on their workman's comp, get a wellness plan for their workers, which is fantastic because now they have healthier workers, everybody's doing better. and they get a universal life health plan. So that's a lot to say. The bottom line on that is it'll save a business owner around $500 per employee over the course of a year with zero out of pocket. So again, that has an affiliate aspect to it. So, but really the core message of tonight, besides Mark's real estate nuggets, is the self-employed tax credit and the ERC. You know, these are programs that are about to end for at least one of the 2 years you can get a refund on.
Yeah, can I drop a bombshell on you that you didn't think I was
Yeah.
gonna? Okay, so here's the deal. If you want to make a difference for people who are in need, um, there's a program that Jeff's affiliated with, and you'll have to call him up direct. Well, the bottom line is, you know, like if you're on like aid or something like that, or you're just, if you meet the right income
Government
requirement,
assisted programs. Yeah.
yeah, what Jeff can get you or through your church, or but now you've got to be able to do volume with this because they can't just do a few of them. So you've got to, you know, lock into a church or a group where there's a lot of individuals that can benefit by this. But the bottom line is Jeff will be able to get that person a tablet. And this is what's unbelievable. Then they're going to get them hooked up to phone service so that
Here's
they
it
can,
in a box, but yeah.
yeah, then they can use the tablet. And it's, you know, I used to hear about the phones, the Obama phones and stuff. Well, this is like unbelievable because now they're going to have a $300 tablet they can use. They've got the internet service. They've got through I forget which
T-Mobile. Yeah.
T-Mobile,
Yeah.
and the cost to them monthly is nothing. It's a free program. Now there is a small, I think it's a $30
Yeah. It's just a connectivity, a one-time
yeah.
charge
But I
for
know that
that.
there's a lot of churches like our church that I work with, that they have a food pantry. So the members actually kick in money for the cost of the food and that, and then we get money to do it. But it's similar to that. You're just making a difference for a lot of people. And so if you're in a situation where you've got those kinds of connections, and there can be some pay going to you, you need to talk to Jeff because it's a program that makes a huge difference. So again, let me
Absolutely.
just throw Jeff's number up there one more time.
Yeah.
Or
Thanks for mentioning that, Mark.
yeah,
In fact, that program's just launching like
yeah,
this week. So
yeah,
it's yeah, we're excited.
yeah.
The whole point is to do as much good as we can, affect people positively, provide value.
So we laid a lot of stuff on you tonight, and we tried to do it real quickly. And just contact us, and I'm going to bring this meeting to an end. We really appreciate you listening to this. Look forward to talking to you. Thank you.
Thanks. Blessings.